in everything. We fought a war with them for 10 years. What did we get in return? We were abandoned. So what do the people of Pakistan think?
But I'm asking you about now. The question people have is, let me put it more specifically then. The credence, the evidence for the fact that there is still reluctance is that the Pakistani military has not launched an attack of any serious kind against the Haqqani Taliban. It has not launched a serious attack on the Quetta Shura, the remnants of the Afghan Taliban that are in Quetta. It has not launched attacks on these people, perhaps because it views them, this is the thinking, as useful. One day, the theory goes, one day the Americans will leave, you, Pakistan, will be left with a strong India, and you want to have these militants to be able to operate guerrilla wars.
Absolutely. Let me assure you that against India, we maintain a deterrence level of force, conventional, and India will never attack us as long as we have this force. They cannot, they know what we have, conventional and unconventional. So leave India aside, we maintain our...
So why not go after these militants?
We are going after them, and we are doing our best. And now that is what needs to be understood here. And when you said we haven't operated against them, so we have about 700 Al-Qaeda people who were arrested or eliminated after 9/11 have all been done by Pakistan Army. Who else has done it? Who else has arrested all the senior Al-Qaeda leadership? Name one arrested by United States. All by Pakistan. In Pakistan.
One of the things you have heard publicly in Pakistan, here in the United States, is that in some way you did not provide enough security for Benazir Bhutto, or were in some way implicated in her death. As you know, and I know Wolf asked you this, there was an email she sent indirectly to Wolf Blitzer saying, I hold President Musharraf responsible.
Well, these are, I don't have words, I think it's an, I would undermine myself if I was even to reply to any accusation that I was involved. I have certain principles, I've been raised in a certain manner, I belong to a certain cultural background and a family background which doesn't believe in these things of assassinations and eliminations.
But you believe actually you warned her?
Yes, I warned her because I got intelligence reports. Now coming to her threat, yes indeed there was a threat. I knew it. Not only me, but some certain friends of ours from the Gulf sent a special messenger to me indicating that there is certainly some groups, terrorist groups, who supposedly have come to Karachi and they are going to have an attack on her. I told her personally. How did she respond? Well, she responded all right. She used to be all right with me on telephone, but she didn't say whether she is going to, what she is going to do. But I told her, I'm warning you that there is a threat in Rawalpindi, where she decided to go and address a gathering in Liaquat Park. This is a place, anyone who knows Pindi, which is the thickest part of the city, with tall buildings all around, congested, heavily congested, and a main square, and this ground is open to all the buildings all around. I told her you must not go, and the first time in fact I stopped her.
So you specifically warned her not to go there?
Yes. She was not allowed to go the first time. And she created such a hue and cry that she's being restricted, her political activity is being restricted, and a lot of negative fallout on me. The next time again she wanted to go. And then she went. And that is what happened. When she went, there was certainly a threat against her.
Let me read you something her husband, the President of Pakistan, said, Asif Ali Zardari. He's asked on Meet the Press, he says, you know, Mr. President, there's a widespread belief that your military and your intelligence services still have sympathies for the Taliban. This is President Zardari. I wouldn't agree with you. I think General Musharraf may have had a mindset that to run with the hares and hunt with the hounds, but certainly not on our watch. We don't have that thought process at all.
How could I be supporting them? From what point of view? So that they come and kill me? I mean, it's a ridiculous accusation. It's a very ridiculous accusation.
But the President of your country is making it.
Well, I've said my bit. So it's his word against mine.
Do you believe that Asif Ali Zardari, the current president of Pakistan, has the legitimacy, the political support to pursue the struggle against the Taliban?
Well, in this part of the world, you believe very strongly in democracy. Democratically, he was elected by 2/3 of the parliament. So he has democratic legitimacy.
But he's not a political figure in Pakistan. His wife was. He is not. Does he have? The polls suggest that he does not have that much mass support. You said to me once when I was talking to you in a Newsweek interview, you were referring to Benazir Bhutto in those days. You said that the leader of a country like Pakistan that is fighting terrorism needs 3 qualities. You must have the military with you. You must be seen as a non-religious. You must not be seen as a non-religious person, and you must not be seen as an extension of the United States. And you said that for that reason, Benazir Bhutto would find it very difficult to succeed as the leader of Pakistan. Now, President Zardari seems to have all 3 strikes against him. Can he succeed?
Well, that makes his task difficult in the eyes of the people of Pakistan.
Do you think that there is something he could do? What advice would you have for him, other than resign?
No, I wouldn't like to comment on this. I think he's trying his best in his own way. Maybe he has some compulsion and inhibitions. I wish the government well, because they are facing a very, very strong challenge and of rectifying the economy, first of all, fighting terrorism, and then over and above there are political challenges. That makes the situation in Pakistan complex.
Why did the situation deteriorate to the point it is now, this mess?
Yes, I would say now. There were no clear-cut instructions to the army. What does the government want them to do? And they were pulled in different directions. When the provincial government telling the army, oh, you hold on, you stay away, we are dealing politically. So, say, they re-exerted. So unless you are continuously pressurizing them and reducing their space for action, they will keep trying to expand.
This sounds like a failure of the new democratic government in Pakistan.
Well, you can take it any way. Yeah. Well, it should have been, the situation should have been handled with more strength, strongly. Never give up strength, because we had achieved something. You just had to maintain pressure. That is all. Just maintain pressure.
You talked about the socio-political compact that kept Afghanistan together. Is Hamid Karzai the man to re-establish this socio-political compact? Do you feel that is he today an ineffective leader?
Well, let me not comment on him. Yes, indeed, when I used to be annoyed with him was because he was double-dealing with us. And I don't like double-dealing at all. In a situation like this, I feel that the basic requirement is a unity of thought and action by all, by the Afghan government, by the coalition forces, and within coalition forces, the American forces and the others. In Pakistan, by the central government, by the provincial government, and the army. There has to be unity of thought and action. Unfortunately, that unity of thought and action is not there.
Meaning he would say one thing but do something else.
Yes, he would be hiding things from us. There were things which were hurting us. He knew, and he wouldn't help out in addressing issues which were causing trouble to Pakistan.
You saw the recent press conference where President Obama, President Zardari were all there. They talked about a breakthrough. It seemed like they were getting on much better. Do you think that the personal chemistry is now better and so everything's going to be all right?
Maybe. No comments. Maybe, yeah. I hope it is all right. I hope it is all right, and I hope I hope he means whatever he says, because I found that he doesn't mean what he says.
Do you believe that the Pakistani military is a professional military in control of the nuclear weapons, dedicated to fighting the Taliban, or is there a need for some transition? Is there a need for a strategic mind shift?
500%. There is no need of any mind shift. These aspersions are cast by those who want to weaken Pakistan. Pakistan's strength is its army, and anyone who wants to weaken Pakistan attacks the Pakistan army and the ISI. And unfortunately,
And you stand by both, the ISI
yes,
and the
indeed,
army.
Yes, indeed. So I personally think that there is some vicious campaign going on against Pakistan. Because if anyone wants to weaken Pakistan, attack these two institutions, not realizing that if you want to weaken the fight against terrorism, weakening them also weakens that. So we are not realizing that. Pakistan Army is an inheritance from the colonial period of the British Army. It's an extremely disciplined army. It carries out orders from the top. And the army leadership carries out government orders.
So there are no rogue elements within
They cannot